Greetings, CAU graduate students. It's Dr. Matthew here, and just wanted to say how much we appreciate you. We are praying for you as you continue in your studies this year, whether you're just starting with us or whether you're just about to end. I know this is a important time as you're continuing to be trained and engage with the work of the kingdom. In whatever degree that you're in, we all are part of kingdom work, which is why I wanted to read this one passage for you. This is coming out of the book of Philippians, where Paul is writing back to the church that has partnered with him in so many ways. Even in context when he's in jail, he still thanks God for them because he recognizes we're all on the same team. He talks about this in the first chapter, how he thanks God for them, every remembrance of them. He prays for them with joy, as he says in verse 5 of chapter 1, because of their partnership in the gospel from the first day until now. And then he says this really neat thing here in verse 6, and I'm sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Christ. I love his heart here because it's something that I'm hoping for you is that what you've seen God start, whether again you've just starting as a graduate student at CAU or you're almost done, God's brought you to this point and he's not going to stop. If he's brought you this far, the hope is that you can look back with encouragement, with the renewed hope of what he's going to continue to do. That doesn't mean you know what he's going to do, but you can know he's going to do it, that we get to be part of something bigger than ourselves. I grew up near Niagara Falls in Canada, and whenever we'd have family coming to visit, we'd always take them to Niagara Falls. It's one of the natural wonders of the world. I grew up seeing it, so it wasn't too impressive for me all the time. But I always remember whenever someone would come for the first time, you hear it before you see it, and when they would walk up to the falls and they would see it in all its glory, no one who ever came to visit Niagara Falls would look at the falls in all its power and grandeur and go, "Whoa, I'm amazing." You don't see something that big, that amazing, that awesome, and think of yourself. You get lost in something bigger than yourself. In fact, you think less of yourself, but you actually find more joy in what you're experiencing. I always think about that when I read a verse like this, because I think what Paul is saying is that he and the church in Philippi, you and I, we're part of something so much bigger. It's actually not about us. We get to partner in the gospel and the work of Jesus Christ. Now, we get to be part of it, but we're not it. Which I realize in our culture today seems counterintuitive. Shouldn't we pay more attention to ourselves? Am I not the center of the story? Doesn't God love me and have a wonderful plan for my life? Which is all true. But the reality is that God gets to use you and me. He gets to partner in your training and discipleship, not for our glory, but for his. We get to be part of something so much bigger and better. And interestingly enough, when we lose ourselves into that story, we get more joy. We get more purpose and meaning and hope. So I want to encourage you with this thought that he who began a good work in you will bring it to the completion. And if you're finding yourself discouraged, if you're finding yourself at times wondering if you can get through it, take a look up from your textbooks, from your papers, from your assignments, and just remember you're part of something much bigger. You're part of the Niagara Falls of the kingdom. Lose yourself in that story, and remember, if he's brought you this far, he's not going to stop now. You're not the center of the story. You're not it, but you get to be part of something so much bigger, and renew your joy, renew your hope, renew your encouragement in why you're doing what you're doing. We're praying for you. We love you, and we're excited to see what God's going to do as you are part of his kingdom.